Hi guys, and it's Steve, not up at the cabin, but instead in my basement office. Now, I wanted to do my intro here because I really couldn't do it up at the property. I'm going to be going there tomorrow, actually tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to be putting the alternator back in the backhoe. But it's cold, my feet get cold, so I got myself some heated socks. Now, I got this off of Amazon for $55.99. No brand, Chinese socks. I looked at a bunch on there. I figured let me see what they have. These were pretty highly rated. Each one comes with a battery. I charged them up, and I guess they go into a little pocket here on the side. Yeah. Guess the battery goes on the outside of your calf. Okay. And basically they have these heating elements on the bottom of the foot and across the top and by the toes. Now, these didn't really come in any sizes, but my feet are like, I have wide feet and 11 and a halves, and these fit. Okay. Now, you could plug these right into your computer. It has an HDMI, USB charger, and it comes with two little pigtails so you could charge both batteries at the same time. All right. And the batteries are up high on your calves, like right here. So if you're wearing boots, you should be fine. Now, they give you an app, and you could, set the temperature and everything, or you could hit the button on here directly to set the temperature. Now I put it on high for that foot. Now I put it on high on this foot. Now, these socks aren't, they're not thin, but they're not thick. So you should be able to put your feet still in your boots, and the boots will still fit you. So that's it. Plus, we have the app, which is on my phone, which is what I'm shooting with now. So I can't show the app. But the apps are free, and it basically, you turn it on, you can turn it on and off from the app and set the temperature. Now, the lower you set the temperature, the longer the batteries will last. They say at 113 degrees, which is warm, I guess. It says the batteries will last 8.5, 9 hours. And if you set it up to the highest temperature, which I imagine would be unbearable, it'll only last like 3, 4, 5 hours. So for me, if I'm going to be working up at the property and I'm outside, I'm not usually going full brunt at it in the cold for 8, 9 hours. But if I do, I'll be able to keep my feet warm. And that's really what I needed for it. Tomorrow, I'm going up there and I got to put the alternator in the backhoe. So now I'm sitting in my basement, but I can feel it already. My feet are warm. These work. But the real test and the real proof in the pudding will be tomorrow when I'm outside in the cold, and the phone says that it's going to be in the 20s tomorrow. So my feet will be cold. Then I'll turn these on and we'll see what happens, and I'll give you the final review. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, here's a close-up of the sock. There's a little pouch you put the battery in, and the power supply, the heel. These are the little heating elements, I suppose, and they supposedly go across the toe and the top too, although I don't see those squiggly lines, but they say they do. I guess we'll find out. This is the battery, and you put the plug right in here. Okay. And there's 2 rows of LEDs. The bottom is the power, and the top is the temp. So it's 4 green lights on the bottom for the battery, which I don't think, since it's not plugged in, I don't know if it'll turn on. Hit the button. Okay. And you see the 3 buttons 3 lights show up. That's for the power. And then when you set it on and it's plugged in, you know, each time you click it, it'll go up in temperature. So you don't have to use the app if you don't want to. But if you got the app, you could just turn on the phone, turn on the app, and then you could set the temperature on the phone itself, so you don't have to lean over, roll up your pants to turn them on. Hi guys, well, it's tomorrow. Drove up here last night, started snowing, and as you can see, we got snow on the backhoe. We got to put the alternator back in, and I got the battery powered socks on. I just turned them on, and let's see how they work. It's really cold. I think it was something like in the 20-degree area, and everything's frozen, snow on the ground. I do have my boots on, so this way feet will stay dry at least. Let's see if the battery powers can keep them. I think I have it set for 120 degrees. The lowest is 114. If you set the lowest temperature, it says it could last for 8-9 hours. At 127 hours, it's only going to take me half an hour to do this entire job, so it should be fine. But I also have to take the SD cards out of the trail cams, so I'll be out and about in the cold for a couple of hours. These batteries should last way longer than that. They should be fine. I'll report back. All right, just an update on the socks. I've been out working on this backhoe for a while, and my feet are not cold, but they're certainly not warm. But I also have it set down to like 120 degrees. So I'm going to work on the backhoe some more, get it running, and then when I'm done with the backhoe, I'm going to crank it all the way up and see how they work. Let's get to work on the backhoe. Hi guys. Well, I've been fighting with this thing now for a while, and it's giving me the finger. That's another story. The socks, they're on, and my feet aren't cold. They're not warm, but they're not cold. And I think that's important. I'm pretty sure I'm using these things right. And I think a big part of it is to, you don't want your feet hot, because otherwise you'll be using tons of battery. So I think it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, I think. I'll have to play around with it some more, because my feet are, like I said, not cold, but not terribly warm either. So I think for the review, we're going to hold off for a little bit. I'll try to put it on the highest setting, because I'm done with this for today. So I'm going to pack up all the tools, and then I want to take the SD cards out of the trail cams. And I think once I start doing the trail cam checking, because that's only a few minutes, I'll put it up all the way and see if I could actually get my feet warm. All right guys, stay tuned. All right, guys. I got one trail cam left that I have to get the SD card out of, and I got these things cranked up, and I'll tell you, my feet are the best. The best way to call it would be slightly warm. Now, I think the highest setting is like 167 degrees. What does that translate to? I guess I don't know, but listen, I know that I was up here a week or so ago, and it wasn't as cold as it is right now. This is something like 20 something degrees, and my feet were like numb real quick. And yeah, I got the heavy duty boots on, but yeah, my feet are fine. My hands are freezing. You know, to get these little SD cards out and to push the buttons, you can't be wearing gloves. So my hands are really freezing. So I think it's a lot colder than it was the last time I was up here. And these socks are really doing a good job. So I'm going to give these socks the Steve's Cabin seal of approval. I'll put the link to the socks in the description. I appreciate you guys following along with me this week, and I'll see you next time.